Alright guys, trade recap today. This is actually a very interesting one, which I have actually learned quite a bit off because this is the first time that I've actually ever done this. So it's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing, but it's a good learning kind of curve from here, if you know what I mean. So let me explain my bias for the day anyway. So we did have this 4 hour and 1 hour gap below us, which I was like, sweet. And I wanted us to come down here, sweep these lows, and show strong rejection out of the 4 hour. So, which is what I was waiting for all morning. If you were on the call this morning, that you would have heard me say that. So anyway, then what happened from here? We did have a 5 minute gap here, which I was waiting for us to inverse. So I was like, sweet. And what would have been the ideal trade is if we closed here, so I could have ran my TP there for a 1-to-1. But unfortunately we closed a bit strong, which led me to have to put my TP to the start of the 4 hour because my risk didn't make sense. Like my stop, like I was risking 350 to make 250 or something like that, so that just didn't make sense, so I couldn't run that. Because that is where my stop loss has to be. Like, I know I could have run it below this gap and whatever, but that's just not what my strat's like. That's not how I've traded that. This is just how I wanted to trade. It might change in the future, just, based off more market knowledge and more market experience, but that is where I ran it for today. So, essentially, my original trade would have hit TP, but I did have to make slight adjustments to make it hit the 4 hour, but I've learnt maybe next time I do this, kind of maybe do the same thing that I did, but it's kind of just hoping that it does, because the reason why I don't think we continued through to this 4 hour today, because we didn't have much volume. Like, we've only moved only like 180 points, and it's literally down then straight back up to open, so we haven't actually done a whole lot, if you know what I mean. We've really kind of just gone down, sweep the lows, and move up back to the highs, and just kind of staying here. But overall, I'm actually pretty happy with my emotions today. They were great. Being able to adapt there, so, yeah, I'm happy with today. I've definitely learned a lot. So next time this happens, I guess just do the same thing that I did. Um, find another, maybe a little bit higher, stronger draw on liquidity, because here, there's definitely this 3 minute that you could take higher, but I'm not going to take that. I'm just going to take my one trade and hop off and call it there, just because I don't want to fuck with emotions, and I just want to leave it at there. Like, I'm not trying to chase wins. I'm just chasing the trade that I like. That trade, the trade setup was good. It was just the risk and the TP and stop loss that was not very good. So, but yeah, a couple of the boys hopped in this trade this morning, which was good to see. So shout out to you boys that did hit TP, and to us that got break even. All good. We've learned. Cause I think there was like 3 of us that made the same mistake. We all entered the same risk, and just the TPs and stop losses didn't make sense. But good learning curve. So yeah, pretty much with that being said, I love you and leave yous, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's trade recap. Peace.